Good morning. This is April the 16th, Wednesday 2024, and we are in BBA second semester compulsory English class. Last week I had assigned you to copy these headings and subheadings and make an outline on a cardboard paper. And last class, 3 people had done, and I had asked you again to do it. So let me see. Miss Oli, have you done? No. What's your name?
Sunday.
Huh?
Sunday.
Sandhya, have you done? No. Kavya, have you done? Individual system, okay. Motivation increases, knowledge increases, skills increase, okay. Knowledge disposition. Do you know what is knowledge disposition? Say yes or no. Okay, knowledge disposition is your attitude about the topic. Do you value the topic, or do you give a damn to your personality, your attitude about the subject matter? Okay. Okay, episodic system. Have you done relational system? Last one? No. Have you done? Why? What's your name?
Simran.
Simran Bista. Why you didn't do? Huh? You forgot. It's a shameless answer, Simran, to say you forgot. How can you forget? You can put a reminder in your mobile phone and do the assignment. Have you done? Why? Last time also you said you know. I remember last time also you said you have not done. Why you didn't do the second time?
Sorry.
Huh? Forgot. What will make you remember? Doing assignments. This is the second time you are saying you forgot. Have you done? Individual system, episodic system, where relational system. What is autonomy and intimacy? Do you have any idea? When you talk to her, how much intimate you want to be with her, or how much distance you want to maintain? Sometimes as we talk to people, we show that we are very intimate, or sometimes we maintain a distance. Okay. Have you done Namiga? You are not Namiga. You are Miss Rai, right? Yes. She is Namiga. Have you done? Knowledge, motivation, knowledge. Where is skill? Skill, episodic system, relational system. Okay, have you done?
Yes, sir.
You copied together?
No, sir.
Which one of you did it? And which one copied? You work together?
Yes, inspiration from.
Okay. Have you done? You copied from them? No?
From book.
Individual system, episodic system, relational system. Where is relational system?
This is relational system.
There is no heading.
From 8 to 10.
Have you done assignment?
Only on paper.
Only on paper. Individual system, episodic system, relational system. Have you done? What's your name? Abhinav. Why didn't you? You forgot. What should I do to these people who forget? Should we keep them at the door, standing for the whole class? And they get trouble? Next time they remember, oh, Divakar sir keeps us at the door if you don't do. What should we do? Hello, forgetting people. Garima will advise us. Suggest us, what should we do? So many people forget. Okay. Relational system. Episodic system, institutional system, okay. Last time you had shown me, right?
We have both.
Have you done? Okay. Where is individual system?
Individual.
Right here, individual system.
Okay, sir.
Where is episodic system? Write the headings also. Have you done?
आजसम्म मात्र लास्ट डेट हो रिटोटलिङको लागि लास्ट डेट हो कि रिटोटलिङको फर्मको आज गर्नु लास्ट
Okay. Have you done? What's your name? Vigyan. Why you could not do?
I didn't know that.
You don't know the assignment. You were not in the class. You should find from the people who were in the class. What's your name? Samrat Parajule. Have you done the assignment? You were absent. Very good excuse. Right? Have you done the assignment?
No, sir.
Why?
I was not present.
You were not present. What's your name?
Didn't.
Dikshant. Have you done?
Yes.
Okay, I will quickly explain the things to you and see how much you understand. And if you do not understand, raise your hand, I'll explain it to you. So there are three systems in this model, in this integrative model of intercultural communication competence. Why do we call it integrative model? Because the components in this model are interrelated with one another. So when you talk about the individual system, someone tell me what is individual system? What do you understand by individual system? Stella, what do you understand by individual system? Sit down and tell. What do you understand by individual system? What is individual system? Who can tell what is individual system? Miss Rana, you're Aditi. Aditi, tell us what is individual system? You made notes, I guess, right? Did you understand reading the lesson? If you read, you will understand. It's very clearly given. Someone tell me, Namiga, what is individual system? What is individual system? No idea. Everybody, whole class, read the first paragraph under individual system. Read the first paragraph under individual system. Okay, see on the screen. I made this note from the essay itself. What is individual system? Characteristics that an individual possesses that help competent interaction and normative social sense. It is characteristics that we have. And the writer talks about 3 characteristics that an individual possesses. What are the 3 characteristics, Kavya? What are the 3 characteristics that an individual possesses which make him competent communicator? What are the 3 characteristics? Garima Grace Thapa. What are 3 characteristics that make someone competent? Miss Bandari, what are the 3 characteristics that make someone competent? There are 3.
Motivation, knowledge, and skills.
Motivation, knowledge, and skill. Okay. It is, let me show you below. Let me show you. So it is motivation, knowledge, and skills. Now, so a person, a speaker may be highly motivated to speak, or a person may have good knowledge about the purpose of conversation and good knowledge of the language used to have the conversation, and the person may have good knowledge about the skill, how to perform the procedure. Now as you come to motivation, there are 3 or 4 things that influence motivation. Quickly go to that section where he talks about what influences motivation and read. My question, what enhances motivation? What enhances motivation? What enhances motivation? Mr. Roy, can you tell us what are the 4 elements that influence motivation? There are 4 elements.
One is confidence.
One is confidence. The other is?
I've yet to look.
The other is? Okay, one is confidence. What is the next element that shapes motivation? One is confidence. What is next?
Is reward relevant.
Huh?
Reward relevant.
Reward, relevant, efficacy, belief. Reward, relevant, efficacy, belief. Okay, what's your name? What is efficacy belief, Dijana? What is efficacy belief? Believing that you can do something better. So efficacy belief is your own confidence. I can do it. I know it. Efficacy belief. Third is approach disposition. Sandhya, what is approach disposition? What is approach disposition? It is how you approach a task. Do you see it enthusiastically? Are you eager to do it? Are you ready to do it? Or you feel lazy, you don't want to do it? Approach dispositions are your personality characteristics that value a task or that do not value a task. Some people take the work seriously and they prepare. Some people do not take the task seriously and say, I forgot, sir. Value, approach disposition. Look, she has a poor approach disposition. When I came to her, I said, have you done? She said, no. I said, why? She said, I forgot. This is a poor disposition, poor personality trait. You do not take assignments seriously and you say, I forgot. Right? Whereas some people have done with hard work. They have good approach disposition. Then next is relative cost benefit. Someone explain me, what is relative cost benefit about motivation? What is relative cost benefit? Will I get some profit from this job, from this conversation? Or will I have to pay more money? What is the cost of doing this task and what is the profit? If you have higher profit, lower cost, you are highly motivated. If you think there is too much cost and no profit, you won't like to do it. So when you talk to someone, there are 4 things that might motivate you. What are they? Confidence. Now someone tell me, what makes you confident? What makes you confident? What makes you confident to have communication? What enhances your confidence?
Or easy way to
Huh?
easy way to connect with people and understanding their perspective.
Because you have your what you call mask on, it's difficult to get you.
Or easy way to connect with people by their knowing their perspective as well.
Okay. There are 4 things that affect motivation. One is experience. If you have done something again and again, you are more confident about doing it. For example, I taught this essay in BBIS between 78 today. And I am repeating the same content. So I am more confident. Why? Because I have already taught this topic in another class before coming to your class. I read all these things. I am more confident. So experience makes you confident. What makes you confident? Experience of doing something again and again. Now social anxiety. What is social anxiety? Worrying. Oh, Divakar sir will come now. He will check assignments. He will make me stand up. He will ask me questions in class. Shall I be able to say? Shall I not be able to say? This worry. What will the principal think? What will the audience think? What will my parents think? This worry. Social. What will society say? Samajle ke vancha. I forgot bane. That worry. That worry. Samajle ke vancha video here bane. YouTube ma. Right? Class of bachcha assignment din solo and I forgot one sajle. Samajle ke vancha bali biana. Bole employer le video farke rere bane ke banla. Padhne bela kasari padhayo थियो mara. Aditi. You are Aditi? No. Who is it? She is. Who is Aditi? She is Aditi, right? Social anxiety and familiarity with the situation. You know the place. You know the people pretty well. You know the topic of conversation. You know what questions people may ask you. You know the technology. You have operated the camera. You have operated the laptop. You have worked on the smart board. So you are confident. Imagine it was first time I was using smart board. I will be not confident. If you are familiar with the situation, you are highly confident. Right? And then, if you think the conversation is very important, you are confident. If you think it is not useful, you are not confident. So these 4 things affect confidence. Okay. So what is the next element? Efficacy belief. Right? So what is efficacy belief as we saw? How do you view yourself? Self-perception of ability. If you think, I can do, you can do. If you believe, I cannot do, you cannot do. Your self-perception, right? Then, what is the next one? Approach disposition. As I told you earlier, what are approach dispositions? They are personality characteristics. For example, I woke up around 3 this morning and prepared some slides and revised some slides because I took my class seriously. I spent whole day yesterday preparing the lesson. I was reading these 12 pages, Dinbari. My family was complaining. My son was saying from America, Daddy, I said, bar page padnu se takes time. He says, teaching Daddy. He said, I won't be a teacher because I know how hard you have to work as a teacher. Approach disposition. I took my class seriously. And I spent more than 20 hours preparing the class. Approach disposition is how seriously you take the job. Whether you say, I forgot, sir, or whether you do the work and show it. Right? Approach disposition. Whether you value the activity or you do not value the activity and give a damn. Now, what influences your dispositions? For example, having higher self-esteem. Oh, I will do my task. What will happen if teacher scolds me in class on camera? No, I will do it. So अहिले गाली गर्नुहुन्छ, क्यामेरा रेकर्डिङ गर्ने बानी छ, अडियो रेकर्डिङ हुन्छ, भिडियो रेकर्डिङ हुन्छ, दुनियाँले देख्छ, मैले काम गरेर जान्छु, काम गरेर जाँदिनँ, म बहाना बनाउँदिनँ. Higher self-esteem. You are very concerned about your image. You do not want to show in the class you are a poor student. Higher self-esteem. You believe I can do, and you do. You have schedule at home. You don't go to bed before doing the assignments at home. At home, first you do the assignment, then you do other things. Self-esteem. Because you care about your ijat. You care about your ijat. You don't want to get the beijat. You have self-esteem. Then you have good approach disposition. Now, you are very sensitive. You are very sensitive to what will people say, what will principal say, what will Divakar sir will say, what will parents say, what will they say, you do it. You are very sensitive to your environment. So you do the task, you take it seriously, right? You believe you can control your life and you do it. Steve Jobs said that if you pretend you can control people, right? Then you have less social anxiety. Why? Because you are prepared. You are ready. You are confident. मलाई आउँछ, why to worry? सरले सोध्नुहुन्छ भनिदिइहाल्छु नि, पढेको छ. Then you are psychologically prepared to adjust to the. Some people, they are nervous. You are not nervous. You are psychologically very strong. If something unwanted happens, you take it easily. You bear it, you cope it. Right? You don't get nervous. Okay, these are what affect our approach dispositions. Okay. Then we talked about cost-benefit ratio. Every situation has some plus points, some minus points. When you talk to someone, there are two chances. You will get some benefit or you will lose something. If you get more, lose less, you are more motivated to talk. Because you say, I will lose 5, I will get 50. But if you think you are going to lose 50 from this conversation and you will get 10, you won't like to talk. Because you know you will lose more. Right? Benefit and cost ratio. Then, what else? Okay. Now, second element. There are 3 elements in individual system. What are they? Motivation of the actor, knowledge of the actor, and skills of the actor. So far we read about motivation. We said motivation is affected by cost-benefit ratio. It is affected by dispositions. It is approach dispositions. It is affected by efficacy beliefs. And it is affected by confidence. So 4 elements. What affects motivation? Number 1. What? Confidence. Number 2. Efficacy belief. Number 3. Approach dispositions. Number 4. Cost-benefit ratio. Once again, cost-benefit ratio. Number 3, approach disposition. Number 2, efficacy belief. Number 1, confidence. Okay, now we go to knowledge. What does knowledge mean? Knowledge of communication. Knowing your goal or function. Why am I talking? Why am I teaching in this class today? What is the purpose of teaching today? Knowing that. Why am I teaching in class today? Okay. So knowing your goal, right? Purpose of conversation. Right? For example, am I asking questions? Am I asserting opinions? Am I making promises? Do I know the meaning of what I say? Do I know the grammar to speak? Can I make good sentences? Good knowledge of language. This is knowledge about communication. There are two things. One, content. Another, grammar, language. Content means knowing the goal or function of conversation. Why am I talking? What is the purpose of this conversation? Right? Then, okay. Task relevant procedural knowledge. Knowledge of what? Procedure. For example, if I say make coffee, you should know the procedure of making coffee. First do what, then do what, then do what. Then I don't know how to make coffee. I have no idea. I can make simple tea, but I can't make coffee. Procedure. For example, the how. How to do something. I know the procedure of teaching. I came in this class. I installed my laptop, my camera, my equipments. Then I took attendance. Then I went around the class. I inquired homework. I asked everybody, have you done the homework? I scolded you mildly. I warned you not to be careless. I know the procedure of teaching, right? Then I made PowerPoint slides. I first asked you questions. You could not answer. Now I am displaying on the screen. And I know this is a bad way of teaching because you are passively listening to me. I am active. You are passive. This is a good example of bad teaching, right? Knowing how to do something. For example, joke. There are two things with the joke. Now, one, you should know the joke. I'm very poor at joking. I don't know any joke. I don't know even a single joke. Not at all. So if you tell me, sir, tell us a joke, make us laugh, I cannot. I don't know the content of the joke. I don't have the knowledge of the content of the joke. I cannot tell a joke. Second, I don't know how to tell a joke. I'm so serious as a teacher. A joking personality is not a serious personality. Right? One who is very serious like Divakar sir cannot crack a joke. Raise your hand who can crack a joke in this class. Now I made the class so serious, nobody is ready to crack a joke because the class environment is so serious, right? So I don't know how to tell a joke. I don't have the procedural knowledge of telling a joke. In the same way, when you have a conversation, you should know where to sit, how to start the conversation, how to move ahead, right? Okay. Then, what else we have in procedural knowledge? Okay. Second, knowledge of acquisition strategy. What is acquisition strategy? What is acquisition strategy? Miss Bhandari, Ayusha Bhandari. What is acquisition strategy? What is that?
I don't know.
No idea? Give me the microphone. What is acquisition strategy, Stella? What is acquisition strategy? When you do not know something, what do? You do so many things to know it. First, you ask people. You ask people, what is that, right? So first, acquisition strategy is interrogation. You ask questions. What is it? How to do it? You ask questions. Second is surveillance, CCTV. You are under CCTV surveillance. What does CCTV do? There is AI camera. As you move around, the camera also moves around. Observation. You acquire knowledge by observation. You acquire knowledge by... I told two things, Miss Dijana. I told two strategies for acquiring knowledge. What were they? I told, right now, I explained two strategies for acquiring knowledge. What were they? I told two things we can do to get knowledge. What were they? Number one, Dijana. No idea, because Dijana's body is in the class, her mind is elsewhere. She is busy remembering, thinking something else. Just sitting in the class is not enough. You must attend to the teacher. I said, if you don't know something, you can ask questions. You can ask questions to know, to get knowledge. One way of getting knowledge is asking questions. Second is surveillance, observing. Move your neck around and look. Now I know who is lazy, who is not lazy. Right? Surveillance. What is the third one? Information exchange. Okay. Miss Magar, right? What is information exchange? What is her first name? Salina. What is information exchange? You talk to people. You say something to them. And they will say something to you and you will know more things. You give some information. Hi, I'm Divakar. Then Salina will say, hi, I'm Salina. Automatically she will say. If I say, hello, I'm from Pokhara, she will say, hello, I'm from Kathmandu. Automatically, I will know where she is from. When you give some information, people give you other information. Information exchange. Okay. Then next is posturing. What is posturing? You violate some customs and observe how people react and judge whether this behavior is okay or not. I remember once an English lady on a trekking route, long ago, that is before, she took a photograph of a baby. And the baby's father came. And he said, how did you take photograph without my permission? And he said, take out the reel from the camera. Long ago, we didn't have digital photography. And then he said, pay me 500 rupees for this photograph because you will sell the photo. And the lady had to pay 500 rupees. She took a small child, a baby was carrying another baby. And she was feeding shell roti to her sister and walking by the paddy field. And this English traveler, she took a photograph. And her drunkard father came there, who was drunk. And he made her pay 500 rupees for one photograph. So, you violate a rule. What rule did she violate? She did not take permission before taking photograph. And saw the reaction. What reaction? She had to pay 500 rupees. Now she got the knowledge. Oh, in this area, it's not safe to take photograph without taking permission. Knowledge. You break a rule. You cross through the red light. The traffic stops. You pay a fine. And you learn, oh God, it's not a good idea to violate traffic rules. Now you get the knowledge. Break the rule. Have the consequence. Learn the knowledge. Then bluffing. You don't know something. And you pretend you know. You bluff. And you see the reaction of the people. And somebody might say, Divakar sir, you told this thing wrong. It's wrong. Your explanation is wrong. Then I say, what's the right explanation? You explain. I got the answer. You bluff. You don't know something, but you pretend you know. And you go on talking and see the response, how people react. Right? Engaging double agent. You secretly pay some money to her. And I say, okay, get information about the class on this topic. And she does spying. She is his friend. And I want to get some info about him. And she talks to him in the canteen while having breakfast or snacks. And he thinks she's my friend, so he shares information. Now she passes that to me because I'm paying money for her. She's a detective, a spy in my class. That's double agent, right? These are what? Information acquisition strategies. What are they? Say one by one. Interrogation, surveillance, information exchange, posturing, bluffing, engaging double agents. This is how we obtain knowledge. Okay, next. Now we come to identity and role diversity. As identity and role diversity increases, communicator knowledge increases. What is identity? What is my identity? My identity is Teacher's identity. What is your identity? Student's identity. Raise your hand if you have a job in the afternoon. If anybody has a job in the afternoon, if you go to an office, raise your hand. No one? You have no other identity. Identity means how many roles do you perform in a day? The more roles you perform in a day, the more knowledge you have about culture. Suppose I dance. Suppose I teach. Suppose I do painting. Suppose I do music composition. Suppose I'm a mechanic, I repair television. Suppose I'm a guard at night, I go to some office and do security job. Now I have more knowledge about different things. The more roles I perform, the more I know about culture. The more I know about culture, the better I can communicate about culture. Right? Identity and role diversity. Okay. Now knowledge disposition. If knowledge dispositions increase, knowledge also increases. What is disposition? What is disposition? This is disposition. The thopada in Bollywood language. The thopada is disposition. Your appearance. How you look is your disposition. Your attitude is your disposition. Your personality is your disposition. The way you approach someone, something is your disposition. And what is knowledge disposition? What influences knowledge disposition? Higher intelligence. I heard that so many of you failed in mathematics in last exam. I heard. I don't know how far that is true or false, but someone told me. How many of you failed? Many? Many? So you have very poor intelligence in that subject. So you don't have good knowledge. Right? Did anyone fail in English in first semester from this class? Did anyone fail? Did you? Did you? Anyone? You have relatively better knowledge about the subject because you didn't fail. Higher intelligence. If you are more intelligent, you have better knowledge disposition. You can communicate more effectively. Cognitive complexity, what is that? Ability to understand difficult things. यसरी बस्नु हुँदैन क्लासमा कस्तो हुन्छ के गरिरहेछ तिमीहरूको बानी थाहा छ नि कोही चिज छैन एउटा हात यस्तो गर्ने अनि पछाडि आरामले सोफामा बस्ने घरमा सोफामा बस्ने अनि यताबाट पढाएको यहाँबाट छिर्छ यहाँबाट निकाल्दै जाने घर पुग्दा ब्ल्याङ्क भएर पुग्ने भोलि सोझ्यो फर्गट यो के हो फर्गट त्यो के हो फर्गट व्हाट इज दैट फर्गट 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 कसरी बस्नुपर्छ हातमा कलम हुनुपर्छ अगाडि कपी खोला हुनुपर्छ सुन्नुपर्छ टिप्नुपर्छ 90 डिग्रीमा ढाड हुनुपर्छ आराम गर्न आएको कि पढ्न आएको क्लासमा आराम गर्न आएको घरमा काम गर्ने क्लासमा आराम गर्ने हैन त सुतिरहने निदाइरहने राइट if you can understand difficult topics difficult words difficult subject matters you have good knowledge disposition self monitoring being aware about yourself your emotions am I getting nervous am I getting angry am I losing confidence am I being jealous how am I feeling monitoring your feeling when you have a conversation understanding your own self listening skill I'm poor because I got sick last time I have lost my listening capacity to a great extent being very good at listening often I do like this when people talk on phone on video call I do like this and my son blames me don't go to doctor I do like this on the video camera then I listen to him as I do like this I can listen to you better I have poor listening skill listening is not only about this thing listening is listening processing what you listen some people Just listen. Do not process. Throw it out. So there are three things. Get in the content, process, keep what is useful, forget what is not useful. Right? That is active listening. Empathy. What is empathy? Someone tell me. What is empathy? Understanding how other people feel. Understanding how other people might be feeling. Role-taking ability. I'm a teacher. Can I stay there and perform as a student? You're a student. I call you here. Explain that. Can you explain? Okay, let's try. Okay, Stella. Take it quickly. Go over there. Go over there. Explain the last 4 points. Role taking. Let's check how well she can take the role. Here is. Yeah. Explain what is role taking ability. What is role taking ability? Can you clip here? Yeah. What is role taking ability?
Being a teacher.
Okay, now she's a teacher, right? Where is the chair? I'll sit here. Okay, Stella. You are our teacher. Explain the next 4 points. What is non-verbal sensitivity? Explain. Ask us. Be a teacher. You don't have to explain. Ask the student. They will explain. Ask someone. Point at people.
Aditi.
Okay, Aditi. Tell us. What is non-verbal sensitivity? Aditi, tell us. Explain. What is non-verbal sensitivity? Non-verbal sensitivity is, look, she is, all of a sudden I called you and you are hesitant. So non-verbal sensitivity, you look at people's face, body, and you understand how they are feeling non-verbally. Are they getting nervous? Are they losing confidence? Or are they okay? Non-verbal, how their body is used, how they are using gestures, postures. Right? Okay, explain next. You can ask people if you don't know. No problem.
Perpetual accuracy.
Perceptual accuracy. What is that? Ask somebody. If you don't know, either explain or ask. Go on. Abhinav, what is perceptual accuracy, Abhinav? Yes. What is perceptual accuracy? The word perceptual comes from perceive. Being able to see properly. Perceptual accuracy means able to see accurately. For example, if I remove my glasses and stand here, it's a bit difficult for me to read the words over there. And I can't hear it properly. I don't have good perceptual accuracy because my hearing is bad. My eyesight is poor. So I do not have good perceptual accuracy. I may fail to read correctly because I don't see properly. Whereas you are young, you have good perceptual accuracy, ability to see something correctly. What is next?
Creativity.
What is creativity?
I'll ask somebody.
Yeah, ask someone.
Solina.
Whom did you ask?
Solina.
Salina, what is creativity? Yeah? Unique idea. Okay, what is unique about this class today? Maybe nothing, or there is something. What is unique about this class today? Stella is teaching. A student is teaching, right? That may be a creative idea, or may not be a creative idea. Creative is doing something in a new way, right? What is the next?
Problem solving ability.
What is that? Problem solving ability.
Ability to solve problems.
My problem is, I do not understand this point. Can you explain me?
I'll ask somebody else.
Oh, they will explain. Who will explain?
Soumya.
Soumya?
Yeah.
Where is Soumya? Okay, Soumya. What do you mean by problem solving ability? There is a problem and you solve. Okay, I have a problem. Wait a minute. In this class, many people do not do assignments. and they say, I forgot. This is a problem. Now, can you solve and help me understand what should I do to solve this problem?
Send them a reminder.
Yeah?
Send them a reminder.
Send them
A reminder.
a reminder. Oh God, you gave me a problem to me, extra problem. Now at home, I have to send a reminder. You created a problem. Okay, they created, right? Now I want a solution. What to do? Okay, let's ask her. We have a problem. Many people say, I forgot the assignment. What is the solution?
What's the question?
They say, I forgot the assignment. When we check, what is the solution?
Punish them.
Punish them. Oh God. Do you like punishment? No, they say no, they don't like punishment. What could we do? A solution that they will like.
Redo the assignment.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. The mic is... What's your name?
Stella.
Stella, right, yes. Wait a minute. Now, tomorrow, what attendance? Tomorrow, who is Anubhav Aryal? You will present the episodic system. Who is Pragati Baral? Who is Ayusha Bhandari? He will present the relational system. And who is Roshni Bhatta? He will present the individual system. Pen. Roshni Bhatta, individual system. Ayusha, relational system. Anubhav, episodic system. Thank you. Thank you.